Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Jesus. Okay. Any more left? Monsters? Where loot? Where is loot, guys? Where is loot? Hi guys, Asmo here, and today I have for you a currency farming strategy. I know a lot of people are struggling with making currency in POE 2 right now, so I came up with a very simple expedition strategy that I've been using. This is loot from just today. All of these exotic coinages and all of these artifacts are from just today. On top of that, we made some raw currency, a bunch of other drops, and some logbooks that we have here. Those are just farmed today, and we were farming them in an area that I prepared yesterday. So I'm gonna first show you the area that I was farming it in. This is of course gonna vary, but ideally you're looking for like at least 3 overlapping towers. I found an area where I have 4 towers here, and then I have a couple of towers below, and therefore I have these 2 overlapping with this, and then these overlapping. So it's like a 6 tower cluster, very big area. I cleaned out all of the bad maps like beforehand, and then I put the tablets, and then I ran these maps today, and we got a lot of loot. So the setup that you're gonna need for this is going to be, of course, the Atlas tree as well as some materials. So let's start with the Atlas tree. On the Atlas tree, we are picking basically stuff that doesn't make the map more difficult, but it makes it more rewarding. So I am skipping a lot of the effect of explicit modifiers because I don't want the maps to be too difficult. This is supposed to be for character that is not like mega geared. I have like relatively shitty gear. Like this is like I swapped to Deadeye, and the character is still looking for a lot of upgrades, which we're gonna be making soon, and I'm gonna make a video about that separately. But if you have like a mid-range endgame character, I like relatively decent, but nothing, no high investment required for this. But I still want to make it relatively easy so that I can run basically any mods and just do it quickly and not worry about like failing the maps. So we're picking rarity, we're picking quantity everywhere we can. We're picking pack size, including magic and rare monsters being the more important one. We are picking a number of monster packs, and of course the effect of precursor tablets, which is very strong if you are going for this setup where you have like 3 towers overlapping with 3 tablets each. The effects of it are going to be magnified, and that is very important. For the boss nodes, the important ones, I have shrines that simply makes the maps easier, and then I also have the corruption. This is important if you find maps with bosses in them, then you have also extra monsters like 30% of the time. And then for the expedition, I find that the extreme archaeology it's kind of a bait. Like if you're like really slow at looking at the remnants, right, and your build can run virtually all remnants, then it's great because it's gonna save you a lot of time. But if you can spend this like 15 seconds or whatever it takes to plant these explosives, you're gonna get much better results, especially in maps that are not ideal. Some maps have like a long streak, or like like in a long corridor. They have these remnants set up, and you're really gonna get a very small portion of it with the extreme archaeology. But without extreme archaeology, not only you're gonna be able to set it up better, you're gonna be able to order the chain better, you're gonna be able to get more monsters on average, but you're also going to be able to invest those 2 points into something more meaningful. So we have increased effect of remnants. The remnants in your maps have additional prefix modifier is okay, but it has more downside than upside for me, because it does make the monsters more difficult, and it doesn't actually reward me that much. I tried it. I tried the extreme archaeology. I tried this one, and this one actually that I have here right now is even more rewarding. So the increased prefix and suffix modifiers actually was not that good. I was getting more loot with the extra rare monsters and the extra exotic coinage. So I would go for the legendary battles, weight of history, and disturbed rest. I think this is the best setup from everything that I've tested. I've done a few maps in each of the setups, and this one was clearly the best for me. And then I'm also running Breach. So for Breach, I have the Rising Pyre, Crumbling Walls, and Interdimensional Assault. The Zesht Madness is okay, but if you're not one-shotting the rares, they're gonna slow you too much. So I find that it's not really worth it, because the Soul Eater is just gonna make them very tanky. So once you have like overpowering amount of damage where you one-shot the rares regardless of the Soul Eater, then it's completely fine to go for Zesht Madness as well. But I prefer the Interdimensional Assault, so make it a little bit quicker, have more monsters, and just be done with it ASAP. So that's the setup for the tree. Now when it comes to the setup for the maps, so for maps themselves, I'm going to explain it in a moment, but for the towers, you want 3 tablets, right? So one tablet is going to be, let me go to actually switch to another screen so I can show this to you very quickly. Okay, so one tablet is going to be a precursor tablet that irradiates the area, so basically increases the level of area. And what you're looking on that is mainly a good prefix, so either increased quantity of items found, or you can also go for increased pack size, you can also go for increased rare monsters, right? So any of these modifiers like quantity, pack size, or rare monsters is going to be good, and try to get as good roll as you can. And then on the explicit, don't really worry about it too much. Like, you can get the quantity of waystones if you want. You can get also things like extra shrines, right? You can get extra map modifier, but it's not as important as the prefix being really good. Then on expedition tablets, prefixes are the same, so you also want a good prefix like quantity, pack size, or extra rare monsters. And then on the suffix, you have other options. So one of the good options you have here is where is it? Explosive radius. Yeah, you have increased number of rare monsters in your maps. This is probably the best one. There is also increased number of runic monster markers, which is good for the expedition itself. But I would definitely shoot for the increased number of rare expedition monsters in your maps, because that's going to give you the most loot, I think. And then we are going for a unique tablet, the Forgotten by Time expedition tablet. It's relatively cheap, depending on how many maps you have in range of your towers. Let's say you have like 10 maps overlapping, right? Then you don't care about the roll. But if you have like lots of maps overlapping, then you want to get a higher roll. The highest roll of these were like 15 exalts, I think. So they're relatively cheap. They're definitely worth doing, because they literally double your monsters, and they also have the HP of these monsters, so they speed you up, right? It's really, really good. Unless your build like relies on like one-shotting things with like a bonus against enemies that are on full life, then this is gonna be good. If you're playing like ideal class for farming expedition is like a Witch Hunter, right? Witch Hunter has the explode, and it has extra damage to enemies on low life, which these are gonna be for like 60% of their life, right? Because they're already starting at half, so they're gonna very quickly get to 30% HP. So Witch Hunter is probably the best class for farming expedition, and if you are playing Witch Hunter, you're gonna have a great time doing it. But yeah, unique tablet, precursor tablet, and expedition tablet. Those are the 3 we're running. And then if you have like good maps that are really open, so what would be like really good open maps? Let's see. It'll be like definitely not Ogre. If you have like Savannah, that's a really good map. If you have things like, let's see, Creek, maybe Steaming Springs, that's a good map for Breach as well. What else do you have? Definitely not Seepage. Blooming Field, that's a good map as well, right? So anything that is like an open map that you can run is going to be very nice for breaches as well. So you can add breaches if you already have expeditions. You can also add breaches to that, and that's gonna give you even more stuff in your maps. So now when it comes to the maps themselves, I'm going for T15s. I was considering T16s, but it's very annoying when it comes to like enchanting it versus running 1 tier higher. Enchanting is definitely better for this strategy, because we can get either pack size or extra rare monsters. So depending on your budget, either go for Distilled Guild, which is going to give you extra pack size, up to 24% pack size, which is going to basically increase the amount of monsters you have, so more loot. And the other one is Paranoia, which is going to give you extra rare monsters, right? So it's going to be, I think, 45% increased rare monsters, which is where like all of the loot is, right? So Paranoia is the better option if you have the currency currency for it if you're just maximizing the juice, but the guild is also okay. And then you also, of course, want a rarity. Typically, you want like rarity, increased number of rare monsters, pack size, and of course quantity. Those are the important modifiers that you would like on your maps. And T15, I like getting enough mods. Like I like leaving like at least one revive available, right? So like don't exalt them all the way to 6 mods. That one extra revive available is really nice because it helps you not brick them up if something really unlucky happens, right? And that's basically what I've been doing. So stack these tablets on all of the towers around, roll the maps like that, and you're gonna sustain the maps very, very easily. So I have like a huge amount of maps. If I look at the maps that I have here, like this is yesterday I had like very little maps, and now again we have so many. So sustain is definitely not an issue. It's a very reliable strategy. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna now liquidate some stuff, do some upgrades, and then probably I'm gonna make a video about the build itself. And then after that, I think I'm gonna have another strategy that I've been cooking that might be really good, but of course I have to test it first. But yeah, hopefully this has been helpful. You have something now to farm. You can make a reliable and consistent amount of currency, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.